This will be a 20-minute restorative yoga class. Let's start in our supported Shavasana. So if you have a bolster, you can place it underneath your knees, lying on your back. Feet relaxed, open, arms to the side, palms facing up, symbolic of being open to receive. Or you can always rest your hands on your stomach, palms down, symbolic of being content. Now let's move into a nice comfortable breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Slowing your breath down. Imagining that your stomach is a balloon, filling up that balloon with air on your inhale. And then exhale it out. Maintaining a nice slow breath throughout our practice today. And if our mind wanders, bring it back to your breath. Start with a body scan, focusing on your facial muscles, taking a breath in. On your exhale, relaxing those facial muscles, relax the jawbone, soften the eyebrows, cheekbones. Now focus on the neck and shoulders, doing the same thing, taking a breath in. On your exhale, relaxing those muscles. Arms and hands, feeling them get heavy on the mat. Stomach, lower back. A lot of us hold stress here, taking a breath in. On your exhale, imagine releasing those muscles. And legs and feet, feeling them get heavy. Now let's bring our focus back to our breath. 4 counts in through the nose, 5 or 6 counts out through the nose. Let's make that exhale a little longer. Maybe even counting to yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4 on your inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on your exhale. Let's do this for another minute. In the end, said Buddha, only 3 things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how gracefully you let go of things not meant for you. For the last few breaths here, maybe imagining letting go of something weighing heavy on your heart or your mind today. Taking one last breath here. Then when you're ready, slowly coming to seated position, we're going to move into our supported child's pose. Once again, if you don't have a bolster, you can move into regular child's pose, but placing that bolster between the knees, sitting back on our heels, allowing the upper body to be supported on that bolster. Then take a nice deep inhale and exhale, settling into this pose for a few minutes. moving back into a nice slow breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. And practicing staying in the present moment. If our mind wanders, bring it back to the breath today. Maybe even counting to yourself, 4 counts in through the nose, 5 or 6 counts out through the nose. Extending that exhale. And maybe imagining breathing into that lower back, taking a breath in. On your exhale, relaxing those muscles a little more. And as we practice staying in the present moment, when those thoughts come in, simply acknowledge those thoughts and then let them go. You can even imagine these thoughts are like clouds just passing through your mind, not grabbing onto them, but simply just letting them float by. Then refocus on the breath. Let's spend one last minute here. Feel free to switch your head to the other side if you'd like. Taking one last breath here. And when you're ready, slowly coming up, let's move into our pigeon pose. Using that bolster if you'd like, bringing that right leg forward, hips lower down as far as you can, straight down, and you can drop those hips to the side if you'd like. Remember, you can use the bolster or not. Head can rest on the bolster or a block or a pillow. Then take a nice deep inhale and exhale and settle into this pose. Let's add a mantra to our practice here. If you have one, feel free to repeat that to yourself. Otherwise, repeating to yourself, may I receive what I need. May I receive what I need, to yourself a few times. Einstein said, I think 99 times and find nothing. I stop thinking, swim in silence, and the truth comes to me. Let's take one last minute here. Maybe even moving into our Ujjayi breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. Putting pressure on that exhale, feeling that rumbling in your throat. Take a breath in and exhale. Let's take one last breath. Then when you're ready, Switching to the other side, moving back to your knees. You can shake that right leg out if you'd like. Then bringing that left leg forward. And notice maybe this side's a little tighter than the other. Often it is. Just pay attention, shift around if you need to. Then settle into this pose for a few minutes. And maybe you choose to repeat the mantra again. May I receive what I need. Or counting to yourself. 4 counts in through the nose, 5 or 6 counts out. Living in the past often brings pain and sorrow. Living in the future brings fear and anxiety. But living in the present moment brings love and beauty. For the last minute, moving back into our Ujjayi breath, in through the nose, putting pressure on that exhale. We also call this the ocean breath. Taking one last breath here. Then when you're ready, slowly coming up, you can shake that left leg out, and we're going to move into our cat-cow. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees are hip distance apart. When you're ready, inhale, chin up, we arch our back. Exhale, rounding that lower back, chin to chest. Feel free to move around, follow your breath. Inhale, exhale. Let's do this for a minute. Feel free to move around. Notice where you're tight. Maybe you stop, take a few breaths there. Most of us hold stress in 5 different areas. This reaches 4 out of the 5: lower back, stomach, neck, shoulders, and maybe you move those facial muscles around, the 5th area. It's important to identify where you hold your stress and spending some time every day stretching those areas, taking nice deep breaths. One last deep inhale and exhale. Then let's move into our final position, Shavasana again. You can support the knees if you'd like, otherwise traditional Shavasana, laying on your back. Legs are straight, feet are relaxed open. Arms to the side, palms facing up. Let's take 3 breaths here together. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale it out through the mouth. 2 more times. Inhale. Last one. Then moving into a nice comfortable breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. We'll spend the last few minutes here, maybe walking yourself through your own body scan, facial muscles relaxed, neck and shoulders, arms and hands, all the way down to your legs and feet. Now let's bring our focus to our stomach. Just notice what the breath does to the stomach. Inhale, stomach rises. And then exhale, the stomach falls. Staying here for a few breaths, focusing on the body, muscles relaxed, nice deep healing breaths. Happiness is letting go of what you think your life is supposed to look like and celebrating it for everything that it is. Mandy Hale. Now we'll take the last couple minutes here in silent meditation. And just notice if thoughts come in or your mind wanders. Choose to bring it back to your breath. Maybe repeating the mantra to yourself, may I receive what I need. Now you can keep those arms to your side, palms facing up. Or if you'd like, you can bring those hands to your stomach, palms down. When you're ready, starting to wiggle your toes and your fingers, bringing awareness back to your body. You can bring those hands above your head if you'd like, full body stretch. Take a few breaths there. And when you're ready, moving back to your seated position, feeling grateful for our practice today. Namaste.